Well, hello everyone. It's Mindy, and it has been a hot minute, right? A hot minute. um, I am back. I'm back. Look out. No. Um, so yeah, the whole getting sick thing before the retreat, that was something. That took something to get over. But I'm feeling good. I most of my symptoms I was having are kind of gone. I will get a little like dry cough once in a while, a little sniffle here or there maybe. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you everybody for being concerned and all that kind of stuff. Now I will say when I got home from the retreat, which was just last night, I got home on Monday night, and I'm recording this on Tuesday, of course. I was really kind of surprised with Dale. Dale still has that raspiness, that stuffed up sound. And, you know, I don't know what's up with that. He said he's just not quite, I mean, he's working, helping the farmer out again and things like that. But he's just, he's not back to, like 100%, not even, well, I don't know, 80% maybe. Where's my divider for here? Right there. I'm like, I know I'm missing a divider here because these should be a little more separated and they're not. Okay, there we go. Let's do that. Put you guys up here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm feeling better. It's getting to the point where I have pretty empty bags and they're really floppy in here. So there. I'm ready now. Okay, now I just need to find a color here. Let me find a color so I can get going. Let me find my color. Hang on. I think I know where it's at. Let me get back here. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay, there. Got me a color. I I'm feeling good, like I said, and Dale's still having some issues. So I don't know. Hopefully he gets over that soon. He's been outside doing some things, getting out in the fresh air, opened up the windows while I was gone, just trying to, clear things out, clear his head, whatever needs to happen. So anyhow, I hope that he gets, all of that out of his system here soon. I'm feeling good. I'm happy with my progress. Anyhow, I just wish I could get rid of that last little lingering little bit of a cough. Just that, Anyhow, so wow, so much has happened since I talked to you. Besides us being sick, I went away, went to the retreat, all that stuff. It was the No Frills retreat in Texas. First time I've been to a retreat that I did not organize, right? So that was a whole different kind of a vibe for me. That was very different for me. And I learned some things. I really learned some things about myself at that retreat. I mean, I kind of knew these things, but it really did become apparent when I was at this retreat. So, I mean, the retreat, we got there Thursday afternoon, and you're there until Sunday. We left about noon on Sunday. That's a good amount of time. And the girl here learned that, I was great. Thursday afternoon, all day Friday. Saturday rolls around, and I'm like, I just don't want to sit anymore. I am not a sit for long periods of time and just craft kind of person. I am what I call a flitter. And you guys probably know that. People ask, how do you get all this stuff done? Well, I don't necessarily get a lot done. It just looks like I do because I just flit from one thing to the other. I'll get up in the morning and I'll crochet for a little while. And then I'll work on YouTube stuff and videos. And then later in the day, I'll diamond paint. But, I'm constantly on the move, I think, doing something. Sitting still for me, and I don't have any reason for it. I'm not, it's not like I have ADHD or anything like that. It's just I'm used to being up and doing. I think 24 years of teaching, you never sit still for long. You'll have maybe a 20-minute period where you might sit and teach something or bring the kids to the carpet, but then you're up and you move and you're walking around your classroom and you're walking kids to lunch or gym or art or whatever we're doing. Constantly on the move. And I think I'm so accustomed to that. It's just like, when you retire, why do you still get up at 7 o'clock in the morning when you're retired? I don't know, because it's just in my system. It's ingrained. I go to bed. I'm in bed before 11 every day. And I read for a while. And I'm usually asleep by 11:15, 11:20, 11:30 at the latest, usually. Sorry, I'm going to need occasional drinks here. That's the one thing I notice. I need to drink a lot. So I'm programmed to be that way, It was interesting because I thought Dale would be more that way when he retired, but no, he will sleep in. But yet, he'll stay up later too. So there's that. He'll stay up later and then he will sleep in later. I have just stayed kind of on my basic same schedule I always had. So anyhow, I think I've just been so many years of the same rituals over and over. And that movement, constant movement from one thing to another. Yeah. So I did get out and go for several walks. Now, this location is out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country, just fields and animals everywhere. The road that it is actually on really looks kind of like a glorified driveway, truly, like a glorified driveway. So my first walk, I just went from the building out to the road. It was a little distance, probably like me going out to my mailbox. Okay, maybe it was about that far. So that was my first walk. And then later in the afternoon, I was like, well, I want to go for another walk. So I walked up to the one end of the road, which was not very far, and it was a dead end there, and it just dead ended at the next neighbor's driveways. There's only two neighbors down there at the end of the road. So the lady who owns the retreat center, and then another home over there. So I walked that way. The next day, I decided I was going to walk the other way, and that way there was a little hill you had to walk up. And I didn't want to go too far, so I just kind of walked back and forth in front of, the building that we were in, because I just had to get out and do something because I just can't sit. I can't sit like that, and I don't want to sit there and diamond paint for 5 hours. I'm not that way. With that being said, in spite of that, I did get, let's see, what did I get done? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little part of another section of this painting done. So I got like this whole area over here. I don't know if you can even see what I'm pointing at, but this whole area over here I got done. And I was proud of that. For me, that was good for, let's see, half a day on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I didn't diamond paint on Sunday at all. So that was good progress for me. I got more than a section done a day. That's good for me. And then, of course, I did crochet as well. So I got some crochet done. I did that in the mornings. When I would wake up, I'd come out. Everybody was kind of quiet in the mornings. There weren't a lot of people out in the craft room in the mornings. So I would just sit there and quietly crochet for a while, But anyhow, and I think if I would have gone somewhere, like a few people did leave and go to I guess there was a cross stitch or fabric store or something that was maybe 20, 25, I don't know how far it was, but they took off and went on a little road trip. Now, I think if I would have done that, gotten out of the place for a little while, gone and done something totally different, maybe I would have been a little less restless. I just got restless. That's all. But don't get me wrong, great event, nice people, everybody's friendly. It was fun to meet people and talk with people. Um, Different group for sure than what I'm accustomed to, at the retreats I planned. The retreats I planned are heavily diamond painting, and this was, I would say, more cross stitch and even sewing. A lot of people were like quilters, so a lot of sewing needle type things, and a handful of diamond painters. So it was a complete different makeup of people, but it was still interesting to see what other people do and talk with them and stuff like that. The food was good. They make all the food there. The lady who owns the place, I had an opportunity to talk to her a few times and just kind of ask her questions like, how did you decide you were going to do this? And, just questions like that. Quite interesting to learn. So that was fun. Anyhow. Um, so at the retreat, one of the fun things that happened is, I think it was on Saturday at some point, maybe. Could have been Friday, but somebody came by with, and I had mine, I should have grabbed it. Somebody was like, look what I found. And they had a little duck, a little tiny, little hard, little plastic duck. And then we started realizing there were little ducks all over the place. And people started hunting around for these ducks. And then we knew someone is leaving ducks around the building. And so then it became kind of a challenge for people to wander around and see how many ducks they could find. I ended up with 5 little ducks. I think one of the girls, I think the most I heard about, she had 11. She found 11 ducks, and she was on the committee. And she swears nobody on the committee, she says, did it. She swears up and down. Well, I still think somebody on the committee did it. I think one of the girls, and I'll just call her out. I think it was Amanda. That's what I think. So there's lots of suspicion going around about who it was, who was the ducker, And you know what? None of us know. None of us really, truly know. Nobody stood up at the end and claimed fame to the ducking thing. Nobody claimed it. So we really, truly don't know. I just really kind of think it was Amanda. I don't know. Amanda was up a lot. And Amanda didn't collect any ducks. There's that. I don't think she had any ducks. So, yeah, that's my thought. I know. She'll swear up and down it's not her. She's already denied it. But anyhow, it was fun. That was a lot of fun. So that was the weekend. There wasn't a lot more to say about that. Like actually at the retreat. Now Angie and I, we rode together. Angie drove, and it's a long way for us. I think it's like 17 hours if you were to drive straight through. Well, that's not going to happen. You got to stop for food, and you got to stop for the bathroom. And I'm pleased to say, weird fact here, pleased to say that Angie and I are very similar in our bathroom stop needs. Sometimes she would look at me and she'd be like, I'm sorry, I got to stop again. I got to go. I'm like, that's fine. Nope, I'm fine. I can go in, I can go. No problem. And then sometimes I'd be like, bathroom stop pretty soon? And she's like, yep, absolutely. So we were pretty in sync with that, which was good. And, we tried to drive through as much as we could. But, nature calls, nature calls. You know what I'm saying. So after we left the retreat, we headed up into Fort Worth. In Fort Worth is where Michael and Amy from Craftably live. So we went and met them, went right to their house, met them, and hung out for a while. I've already met their girls. The girls came to a retreat one time, so I got to meet them there. Got to meet their dogs. Michael was like, the dogs are a little bit much, so just beware. They were outside when we got there, but they let them in. And one of the dogs just fell in love with Angie. And she's a little hyper, that little dog. She's a little hyper. They weren't little dogs. They were medium-sized dogs. But Fell in love with Angie, just hopped up on the couch beside Angie and was just all over Angie. The male kind of hung around me. He didn't hop up on the couch like the other one, but that's just really not his personality. But he did just stand in front of me a lot and just let me pet him and pet him and pet him. So the dogs were really cute. That was fun. And then we got to visit about their life and what they've been doing and all those kinds of things. And we went out to eat. Went to get some Mexican. So we went out to eat and, of course, got to visit some more. And then Angie and I are both kicking ourselves right in the butt that we never thought to get some pictures of all of us. We never did. We never got pictures together. Anyhow, but that was really fun, to get to catch up with them. It's been a while since I've seen them. That was fun. And they're doing well, they're doing some different things with their lives and, just good for them. They're doing what they need to do to make themselves happy and, you know, good things for their family and all that. So good for them. And then we left there and, we headed on up through Texas and we just were going to drive until, we felt like we drove enough. We were kind of tired and ready to stop for the night. So we were in Oklahoma. I, I'll just say this at the onset. I'm not in a rush to ever go back to Oklahoma. It was an interesting state. And our experiences there. Oh my. Okay. Hold the phone. Get ready for this. Are you ready? We decided we're coming in on Tulsa. Pretty hot and heavy. Pretty fast. Tulsa. Well, Dale and I, through our timeshare, we have the ability to, these are not going to fit in there. I'm down to where I've got like no space right here. I'm going to have to do some scooching of some drills or something. Where we can get like discounts. We got points we can use. I don't know how these are going to fit. I can't get them to fit in here. We can get discounts on hotel rooms. And so I'm calling Dale on the phone. I'm like looking at things on my phone and asking him, telling him about where we're going to be and asking him if he can look for, this hotel or that hotel. Well, Angie and I, in our lack of really communicating with each other, I thought she was more interested in like one of these cheaper hotels. And we're talking like $60, $70. And she thought that's what I wanted versus either one of us saying, no, let's go with a little more expensive hotel. They'll probably be a little bit nicer. Well, everything looked great online. Let me just say, it looked great online. The hotel looked nice. Pictures all showed it. Very nice. All that stuff. So Dale gets us this hotel room, reserves it for us. And we head that way, right? So we get there and walk in to check in. There's nobody there to check us in. And the only person around is, I would call him a vagrant, probably. And he's in the lobby with his bike and he's sitting there drinking a can of some soda or something. I don't know. And I think he really spoke Spanish because the first time he spoke to us, neither one of us really understood what he said. And we were like, what? Excuse me? So he said, oh, he's gone. He's gone. The guy at the counter, he's gone. He's not there right now. He went to a room. Oh, okay. So we waited. And then the guy shows up. And when the guy shows up, Angie and I are like, oh, okay. This guy's just a little sketchy, first of all. Okay. He starts questioning us about how much we paid for the room. I'm like, okay. And then he starts telling us that the whole hotel is under renovation. And they're honestly giving people a better deal on some of the rooms because if you just walk in, better deal on some of the rooms because of all the renovation going on. Well, online, we didn't get that option. So anyhow, gets us checked in finally, and we head to our room. We head down the hallway. The first thing that Angie and I noticed is how bad it smelled. It smelled terrible. I couldn't even tell you what it smelled like. Don't know. It was just nasty. And we head down the hallway towards our room. And then we get almost to the door of our room. And I'll call her a young lady. Comes around the corner to the room next to us. And I'll give you one guess what kind of young lady she probably was. Well, most definitely was. Yeah, she was one of those ladies that works at night a lot. And Angie and I she kind of looked our way, smiled at us, and we're like, nope, get in our room. Okay, we got in our room. Room was filthy. Filthy. The curtains were torn and coming off the window. I had to go over there and try to do some sort of rigging up to get the curtains to stay and cover the window. There was that. Okay. The room was dirty. Just dirty. I went into the bathroom to go to the bathroom. Angie had to go back to the car because she had dropped her thing of crochet hooks. And so she had to run back out to the car, where she encountered the young lady at work in the parking lot. Oh boy. And she just scooted right back in as quickly as she could, right? She's like, oh yeah, okay. So I go into the bathroom while Angie's gone. In the tub, not quite sure what was going on in the tub, but around the drain was stuff globbed around the drain. I'm thinking spray foam, probably. I don't know, but everything was nasty, dirty, icky, and it was bad. So then, getting ready for bed, everything is just, Angie and I are both like, I'm sleeping in my clothes. I'm trying not to cover up too much. We didn't have blankets. We had like 2 sheets. And then I see a bug. A bug. And it's like running around the edge of my bed on the floor there. And I'm shooing out with my shoe. It is a cockroach. I'm like, okay, I'm chasing this bug down. I got it. I killed the cockroach. At that point, we were just like, what have we gotten ourselves into? No indication on the website that it would be like that. And we have both said after the fact that when you pull into a place at night and it's dark, you miss a lot of details about what it's really like. When we left in the morning and got to the outside of the place, we were like, oh Lord, the outside was a hot mess. If we would have seen that when we pulled in, we may have never even ventured inside, right? Anyhow, we start to go to sleep. Angie's crocheting for a while, watching a video, and I start to hear people like yelling. I'm like, okay, this is good. All right. Angie, finally, she's done with her video. We weren't turning off the lights because the thought was if we turned off the lights, if there were more of our critter friends in the room, they would all want to come out. I mean, we just left the lights on. And it felt safer with the lights on. So she starts to shut things down and go to sleep, right? Well, I thought she was asleep when the construction equipment started. We think it was construction equipment or trash or something. We don't know what for sure. Kept driving up and down right by our window because it was the back of the hotel. There was parking back there and stuff. And this just kept up and down, back and forth, like 3-4 times. And we both thought the other one was asleep, so we didn't say anything to each other, but we're both, later, we told each other, thinking, we got to get out of here. If this doesn't stop, there's no way you can sleep with this. What is going on? This is like midnight, 12:30. Why is it making all this noise? Well, that stopped. Okay, it did stop. And then Angie fell asleep. I did not. The yelling couple, the arguing couple continued all night long. All night. Now, it wasn't constant. They would yell and argue and all this commotion, and then it would quiet down. At one point, I knew they were outside, like outside the window, out in the parking lot, carrying on. And then I would get to just about ready to nod off, and I'd hear him again. I swear, I woke up like 4 times that night because they were yelling, and they would wake me up, and they would be yelling and arguing with each other. The last time I remember hearing them was 5 in the morning. And we had set an alarm for like 5:30 so we could get out of there like by 6. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So in the morning, we scooted as quick as we could. There was supposed to be like a continental breakfast somewhere in this hotel. Angie and I are like, nope, we're not having breakfast here. We are getting our stuff and getting out of here just as quickly as we can. And that's what we did. All right. So then I'm hungry. I'm like, can we grab some breakfast somewhere? Yeah, sure. Where do you want it? I said, McDonald's is right there. That would be fine. And then she sees Cracker Barrel is right around the corner. She goes, oh, Cracker Barrel. Do you want to stop? We haven't really like stopped and eaten out. I'm like, sure, we can stop at Cracker Barrel and get breakfast. So that's what we did. Okay. That was fine. Cracker Barrel, nice place, good breakfast. And we're just about getting ready to leave. That's when I see a young lady comes walking across the parking lot from who knows where, I don't know where. And she has several bags in her hand, some can of soda or something she's drinking, and comes into Cracker Barrel. And I'm thinking, does she work here? Does she need to come in and get dressed? I mean, what's going on? Well, I had to go to the bathroom. She's in the bathroom. She is in the bathroom, like doing her hair, putting on her makeup, changing her clothes into her short shorts and her crop top and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I think it's a different girl. I don't think it was the same girl. Angie asked me that. I said, no, I think it's a different one. I'm like, are we just in that district? I mean, is this where we're at? I just, and Angie, she's just laughing and she's like, I don't know, but let's get out of here. We need a gas. I'm like, let's not get gas here. Let's get just down the road further. Let's go. Let's just get out of this area. I don't want to go back to Tulsa again. And, you know, I might be giving Tulsa a bad rap. Maybe not all of Tulsa is like that, but that area sure was. Funny thing was, though, the hotel was like in a complete like hotel row. Like every hotel you could have thought of was there in this little like complex. I'll just call it a little complex, you know? But that was our experience in Tulsa and our hotel. Yeah. Not really ever wanting to go there again. Okay, just saying. We got out of there just as quickly as we could. The rest of our journey home was quite uneventful, nice driving. You know, the roads weren't too busy or crazy. On the way down, there was traffic galore, lots of truck traffic. Angie was like fit to be tied driving because of all of these trucks, and the trucks would just get over right in front of her, and you know, because they're all trying to pass each other even, and it was just, yeah. But the ride home was fairly pleasant. It was nice, kind of smooth sailing, you know, no real issues. These are so tight, and I like they're not over far enough. I'm having a hard time getting them in here. If I could get a nice row started, I might just let me skip a row. Trying to squeeze them in there. Let me skip a row and start these perfectly on the squares. I will say, this diamond painting, I didn't even tell you what it is. It's Bella Art. The drills on this fit together like a glove. Seriously, the drills fit like no other. But I think somewhere along the way here, I have to scooch some of those over back towards the edge a little to get this to fit and work. Anyhow, so that was our travel experience. When we were leaving Texas on Monday, it was going to be 90 degrees. And even the people who live in Texas were like, what in the world? Why is it going to be 90 degrees? That's not, no. And Angie and no, Angie likes it hot. I was like, peace out. I'm out of here before it's 90 degrees. I'm out of here, right? I can't handle that. No. So, our travels home, it was like, we saw 70s for sure, and there was 80 I saw on the, temperature thing. I get home, and Dale has had the windows open all weekend because it's been like in the 50s here, which is nice. And in February in Michigan, 50s is like, okay, that's not normal. But we'll take it. We'll certainly take it. That's super nice. Today it's going to hit 70. 70. It's the end of February, and we're going to have 70-degree weather. He went out to get tacos, and I have been taking care of all of my stuff, got all my clothes in the washing machine, after being in that hotel room, right? And I've been taking care of things, all the things you do when you come home from a vacation. And now sitting here and diamond painting and getting ready to record some other videos besides this one. I got things to record. I have a couple of diamond paintings I got from Craftably. Craftably does have a brand new order, folks. There's a brand new order at Craftably, and they have some really nice things. So if you're interested, now would be the time to go hit that up and see if there's something that you would like. I believe my code still works if you're a first-time purchaser, which is Mindy15. Yeah, I don't know how it works after that, but try it. Just try it. That's all I can say. That's what I always tell people. If I have a code, just try it. Mindy15 is my code. Give it a go. See what happens. Okay. Yeah. What else? What else? Oh, I don't know. I'm so thrilled with this nice weather. I'm so thrilled. Oh, I got a story for you. Okay. So the neighbors right next to us, they do not own the cows. They have nothing to do with the cows. But she knows that Dale has been helping out the farmer, and that he has the home and he's really busy over there and committed to that. And it's harder for him to leave there if something happens over here. So she has gone to calling me if she sees something over there with the cows, and then I can tell Dale, and sometimes Dale can fix. Like the day that the cows got out and they were at our pond, she called and she's like, "Hey, Mindy," she says, "I don't know if you've looked out your window recently, but you got cows in your pond." I'm like, okay. So Dale managed that for the most part. He did text the farmer, and he came down to help round up some of the cows and get them back in their pasture. But so she calls me yesterday. We're on the road, and she calls me, and she's like, "Hey, Mindy," she says, "we're just sitting here looking out the window, and there's this cow out here, and she's laying down, and her legs are out straight, and it doesn't look like she's moving. We thought maybe she was even dead, but we've seen her move her legs now. It's like she can't get up or something." I was like, "Okay, all right, thanks for calling. I'll get a hold of Dale and let Dale know." Well, I called Dale, and the first thought was, well, she's just sleeping. It's a nice day. It's sunny out. She's had her belly full, and she's just laying around. But he decided to go over there anyhow and just check it out. And then he got there, and he's like, "Yeah, this ain't right." So he calls Brad, the farmer, and he said, "Hey, there's a cow down. It's not looking good. She can't get up, blah, blah, blah." So they both are over there. And here they are playing Mr. Ranchers, trying to figure out how to get this cow up. So the farmer comes with his rope, his lasso, and he gets the rope around the cow's neck, and he's trying to like tug her to pull her up. Dale's like, "Oh, that ain't working." He said, "Okay, you keep doing that at the front there. You keep tugging, pulling, and I'm gonna go to the back. I'll go to the rear of the cow, and I will try to push, push her up." So that's what the two of them did. One's tugging from the front with the rope, one's pushing from the rear on the butt, and they did manage to get the cow up. I see it. These will not. I cannot get those in there. Oh, what am I going to do? I might have to get like my straightener out. I think I'm going to have to get like a straightener out and see if I can just like start pushing them over row at a time. What do I do for now though? I'm going to go over here, way over the other side, and start way over here. That's what I'm going to do. So they tugged and pulled and tugged and pulled, and she had her legs straight out, so there was no way she was going to be able to stand that way. So they had to keep tugging and tugging until they got her feet like bent, her legs bent, and underneath her a little bit better. And then when they got her legs where she was tucked under a little bit more, then she could actually roll over and stand up. Now, even the farmer was like, "Well, that was close." He said, "I don't think she would have survived much longer. What she had done, she'd eaten a bunch, laid down, and bloated. And if she wouldn't have gotten up, that would have been it. That would have been it for her, So it's a good thing the neighbor called, and I called Dale, and Dale took it a little more serious than we thought at first and checked it out, and they got her up, and I guess she's been fine ever since. So yay for the cow rescue, right? Yay for the cow rescue. Anyhow, at the retreat, there are cows there, and everybody had talked about how there's cows like right next to the place, and there is a pasture there with a fence and everything, but the cows were not being pastured there when we were there. They were out back more and stuff, so we didn't really see them a lot. There was one morning that they got out of one pasture and they got behind the building in a different pasture, and that wasn't where they were supposed to be. So we did get to go out there and see them for a few minutes before they came and shoot them back, further away. We didn't really get to see the cows there a lot, but anyhow, I get to see my cows at home when I get home. I'll see cows. Cows, moo cows. My goal is still to try to finish this painting before the end of the month. I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm close, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3 sections, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, which are bigger than those. Yeah, that's 7 sections. That ain't happening unless I was to sit here and do nothing but diamond paint every day. And that's not going to happen, right? We already discussed that. That's not going to happen. Mindy sitting here and diamond painting all day long to finish this? Not going to happen. I'll be close, okay? I'll get close. I'll feel good about how close I came. And I thought all along as I was doing this painting, when I got up here to the top, to the sky, it is just all color blocking, that it would go really fast. And it has been. This section right here that I did that in like a couple hours. It was really fast. But I still have, like down in this area, there's still more confetti. There's more trees and things like that. I don't know. I'm giving it the old college try. And as close as I can get, the happier I will be. I think I have to give away a prize this week, but not yet. So I'll get with you on the prize. Pretty sure it's my turn, right? Pretty sure. I think I have it all bundled up already, ready to go. But I'll have to wait till the end of the month. And then Jenny and I, we've got grand prize to give away. So we'll be getting with you about that. So stay tuned for that information. Other information would be the Chuck Along. Chuck Along starts in March. That's why I wanted this finished So I could just really concentrate and focus on nothing but Chuck in March. I'm going to have to focus on this a little bit too and finish this up in March. We'll have to get this done because I'm not going to let this one linger. I'm not going to put it away being this close to being finished and then just pull it, say, oh, I'll just finish it later. No, no. I'll keep working on this. If I don't finish the Chuck, I'll be okay with that because it's big, it's huge. I mean, it's the second time I've worked on it for a Chuck along. I'd rather not finish the Chuck than not finish this. So I'll focus on this one. I mean, and get this one done. I don't know if I'm going to start the Chuck late or what I'll do, but I'm going to get this one finished. That's priority because I don't want it to become a WIP. I don't want it to get lost in a pile somewhere and not get back to it. So I will get it finished. But Chuck starts March 1st. I hope you want to join in with a Chuck along, with a Chuck pinch painting. I've heard there's some new people. I've got new people. I've seen messages from new people. They're excited to join in the Chuck along this time. So I hope all of our what's the word I'm looking for? Our regulars for Chuck along get their Chuck going and join along. Join in. We've got gift cards from Diamond Art Club. So we got some prizes to give away. And as you know, it's just fun. It's fun to do. That's run in our Facebook group, Maritza and I, Diamond Moments and Crafts. There will be posts there for you to post your pictures weekly, progress pictures, startup pictures. There is a complete video. I did manage to get that video done before I went away. That video is there. It is linked in the Facebook group as well as on my YouTube channel. All of the requirements for the Chuck along, which is basically you don't need to have a new start, but you do have to have at least half of your painting to go. At least half of your painting to work on. And then you start posting your pictures in the Facebook group. You can do a start and a progress, week 1, and all those directions are given. So, okay. Anything else to talk about? I don't know. It's a beautiful day outside. The mail has come. I'm going to go out to the mailbox, get the mail. The ducks are out in the pond. I can hear them out there. Wah, 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 you know, wah, wah, wah. Chickens have been wandering around. I've seen them out here in the front while I've been sitting here diamond painting. I've seen them out in the front area. So everybody's having a good time. The dogs were in my bedroom, laying in the sun spot. Do dogs do that? Anybody have dogs that their dogs find the sun spot on the floor? Mine do it all the time. So they were just laying there taking a nap, enjoying the sun. I'm like, good for them, right? Good for them. Well, okay. I think that's about all I got to talk about right now. I do have some unboxings to do, things like that. Those videos will be coming on Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. I don't have a video for today. There is no video for Tuesday, which would have been yesterday for you if you're watching this on Wednesday. There wasn't a video because I just didn't have one. Before I went on vacation, I recorded everything I could and put together as many videos as I could before I left so that I would have videos stacked and ready to go. And I did have quite a few. I almost had enough, but not quite. Not quite enough to make it. Anyhow, it's all right. It's okay. Back at it. Back at the grind. So, wow. No idea what that piece of equipment was going down the road. But it was large, and it was not farm equipment. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm going to play with this for a little bit. I'm going to get my straightener out and see if I can start scooching these a little bit. They got to scooch just the littlest bit so I can fit drills in here. Right now when I do it, if I try to do this one, I think they're just going to pop. Let's see. Well, that one went in okay. That one was okay. And this row right here will be fine. But I'm going to have to do some scoochie boochy. This one I think will fit. See, that one will fit. They just gotta have a little tiny bit of space here. That's what I'm saying. These are so tight together. I don't think they're gonna pop when they're in, but they are so close and such a tight fit that things have got to be just like, you know, perfecto. Got that one in there, but then that, see, okay, now you see what I just did? I just messed up the whole thing. They all just went and made a mess. Okay, we got to get out that straightener. That's what we got to do. You know what I'm going to be doing today? You know what I'll be doing? I'm going to be working on this issue right here. And that one popped out that one. See, they are popping, but it's only because there's not enough room. Okay, I'm going to stop trying until I straighten them. All right, I'm done. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great week. And it's good to be back. And back to my daily grind of what I normally do. All right, talk to you soon, everybody. Look for that giveaway. I'll do a giveaway video, a little short video when it's my time to give away a prize. Okay? And then Jenny and I will do the grand prize. We might even just do that on her live or something. So I'll give you some more details. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.